Thanks for having me here. I appreciate this is my job. I got fired from a lot of other jobs. It ended up in comedy. I used to drive a beer truck. Well, technically, it was a UPS truck. Turned into a beer truck at lunchtime. "35 years married, raised 2 daughters. I'm very proud of them. They're completely independent. We're empty nesting. They're out of their house, completely on their own. I mean, of course, we're subsidizing their rent, and but they're completely on their, you know what I mean, completely independent. And the cars are still registered to our house, so we got to tug the insurance on the. But they're completely. They never always let us know how independent they are, and they're saving us money by staying on our cell phone plan. I don't know how that works. And the only reason I don't call them out on it is because I don't know how to put Netflix on my TV. I want to keep my Netflix. That's the only... So I lived with 3 grown women for the last couple of 10 years. Who wants to be me, huh? Any other guy out there? All girls in the house? Yeah. Got a dog. Every man should have a dog, right, guys? Got one of those Shetland Pony, Clydesdale, German Shepherd, Pit Bull, Rottweiler mixes. Man's dog. Otherwise known as a Pomeranian. Female Pomeranian, too. That's not even, that's a blow-dried guinea pig in a tutu. That's what that is. This is a fun job. I get to travel. I work my way down to Florida a lot, and I work down my East Coast down to Florida and roll into town. My parents are down there, so I get to visit them. I roll in their driveway. Every year, their neighbor Chester from across the street spots my car, same conversation every year. "Hey, New York, huh? What'd yous do? Yous drove down?" How do you answer that question without being rude? "Yeah, drove the car down, Chester. Couldn't fly it down. Didn't get enough runway speed. I had to keep it on the ground." "What'd yous do? Yous took 95 south?" Yes. Yeah, took 95 north last year, ran into a moose. I figure I was going the wrong way. My mother's down there. She's out of her mind. My mother butchers words like crazy. My mother has 10,000 paper shopping bags stuffed between the refrigerator and the kitchen wall. 300 Tupperware lids, no bowls. And she butchers the English language. So sometimes she tells me to say a prayer for somebody I don't know, and then she butchers the English like, "Tommy, say a prayer." Big Mike from church took 6 steps with his brand new prostate leg. A prostate leg. That's what I would pay money to watch a man walk on a prostate leg. I would quit this job and become his agent. Are you kidding me? So this job requires a lot. I work a lot on cruise ships. And one time my father, when he's retired, so every once in a while he pals along with me on a cruise ship. One time I did, it was in November. I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving. He decided to pal along with me on a cruise ship. So it's Thanksgiving. Everything's all presentation, beautiful crystal, beautiful linen. It was just me and him, table for 2, we're off to the side. Waiter comes over, a little snobby. I don't know where he was from, but everything sounded like, Anyway. So it's all presentation. He goes over with this platter. He's like, My father goes, "Hey, what's that?" He goes, This is the cranberry sauce." My father goes, "What?" He goes, "Eats the cranberry sauce." My father goes, "Listen, pal, I don't know what that stuff is, but cranberry sauce is shaped like a can." That's right, we're Americans. We like our sauce molded. With circles on the side, so we know how to cut it straight. That's how we like it. What confuses me, a lot of things confuse me. Living with all women, towels. I don't understand towels. I don't understand towels. Every day, a stack of towels will overflow the laundry basket because they won't use a towel a second time. How many towels do you need per shower? How many? 2. You always say 2. It's more than 2. Ask the guys. I did an audit. You have the waist towel, the chest towel, the shoulder towel, the face towel, the towel you step on. Then you touch the fancy towel with the initials he's not allowed to touch. Then you make the towel hat. That's 6 towels. Times 3 women, times 7 showers a day. NASA couldn't figure out how many towels. And by the way, how do you make those towel hats? The reason I ask is I know every man in this room has tried at least once in his life. Every man has failed. Even the bald guys, especially the engineers. All tried, all failed. You know, nobody's home. I'm going to try that stupid towel thing. My wife goes out of the shower, there's a towel on her head. She could cut the grass, clean the gutters. It never moves. I would need thumbtacks, a glue gun, make a towel. And guys, we'll use a towel a second time, right? We'll use a towel till we go, woo! Is that me? And then we'll use it one more time. Shampoo confuses me. I travel a lot and I lose my shampoo. I have one brand of shampoo I'm using my whole life, Head & Shoulders. I've been using it since 1979, right? But every once in a while I lose it, forget it, and now I gotta wash my hair in my bathroom. I look up. My wife has 36 different bottles of shampoo to choose from, and I don't know what kind of hair I have. Clarifying, texturizing, winterizing, tenderizing. I just want to wash my... You know what I wash my hair with? I grab the bottle with the least amount of stuff left in it. That's what I wash my hair with, so I get one bottle out of inventory and into the garbage. Last time I was home, washed my hair with Tangerine exfoliant scrub. I don't care. You get accused of stuff I don't even do in the bathroom. She's like, don't pee in the shower. It's disgusting. I pee from the shower. And when I have a full bladder and a steady stream, I hit that toilet 8 out of 10 times. That's pretty good. That's like a 400 hitter in baseball. Are you kidding me? No, it's a fun job. This job requires a lot of travel. I'm a cranky traveler. I really am. It's like I used to check one big bag at the airlines, one big bag, and they'd always lose them, you know? So instead what I do now is I read an article that said the best thing to do is split things into 2, which I did. And then they lost a suitcase with all of my left shoes. Idiots, right, sir? Idiots. I used to have a job in trucking and transportation. Anybody in that business out there? Trucking, yeah, I got a job as a dispatcher. Now, I didn't know this. If anybody knows the answer, feel free to yell it out. Does anybody know what they call a refrigerated truck? Anybody know? Reefer. It's called a reefer. You knew that? I did not know this. And when I grew up, reefer had a whole different meaning. So my boss goes, Briscoe, do me a favor, get me a reefer, and then we'll go to lunch. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna like working here, man. I said, what kind of reefer you want? He was getting me a 48-footer. I'm like, whoa. I don't even know musicians who can do a 40-foot reefer. Willie Nelson, right? Snoop Dogg, Bob Marley, that's it. Those are the guys I know. So I made a few phone calls. I got handcuffed and fired from that job. Anyone else get fired from a job because of the open bar at the Christmas office party? Anybody else? Am I the only one? I used to work for this guy, and we used to call him Pigman. And the reason we call him the Pigman is the guy looked exactly like a pig, except he didn't know it. And he was always making fun of people the way they look, the way that I made it all the way to the Christmas office party. He decided the best place for me to sit, me and my wife, him and his wife. Now, I meet his wife for the first time. I discovered 2 things. 1, she was the one responsible for nobody getting a Christmas bonus. And 2, she looked exactly like a pig, too. That sounds kind of mean coming from a man, doesn't it, ladies? It does sound, no, you did not. They were identical pig people. They were mirror images of each other. If they were wearing clothes, you wouldn't be able to tell the male from the female. And then they ordered pork chops for dinner. I'm like, oh, this is not going to end well. I've been drinking all day, and now I'm watching pig people eating pork chops. This is not going to have a happy ending. But then I started thinking happy thoughts. I'm thinking, well, isn't this nice? The pig people found each other, and then they got married. Isn't that nice, ladies in the house? It means there was a wedding, right? A big happy celebration. Then I started thinking, if I was their wedding photographer, I would have put apples in their mouths. Or lay them out on a table. You want to make a nice picture, don't you think, dear? Lay them out snout to snout, real close. I'll put a heart arrow in the back. I'm thinking we'll make a nice thank you card. I'm thinking all these happy thoughts, and from across the table, my wife gave me the look. Now, show of hands, where are the married guys out there? How many of you guys know the look? How many of you guys just got the look because you said you knew what the look was? I wasn't saying a word, and I'm getting Joan Crawford eyebrows and laser beams. And I looked back, I went, now you guys know that was an entire conversation around between the two of us. Her look meant, I know what you're thinking. And if you say that stupid joke out of your stupid mouth, I swear to God, I will end your stupid life tonight. I swear to God, I will kill you, and your mother will understand if you embarrass me one more time. My look to her was, lighten up, it's Christmas, will ya? Let me have some fun with the pig people over here. So she gets all nervous, so she strikes up a conversation with the boss's wife. She goes, so tell me about your family. And the boss's wife said, well, we have 5 children. And then I whispered, yeah, one that went to the market. So I got fired from that job. I work a lot of cruise ships, which means I fly a lot. That's what I was talking about, flying. I mean, I hate flying, man. They got a monitor on the seat. They got a monitor. They show you the outside temperature of the airplane. If I find myself at 35,000 feet doing 600 miles an hour on the outside of the airplane, the last thing I'm wondering is if I need a sweater. And I don't want to pick my seat anymore. I want to pick the guy in the seat next to me. I see a guy walking down an aisle. He's got a bag of onions in one hand and a toenail clipper in the other. I'm like, don't worry, pal. You're sitting right here next to me, guaranteed. I can guarantee you're sitting right here next to me. So I got a chance to fly all the way. I got a chance to go to, and here's what happens. When I fly too much or I stress out too much, I get problems with my ears. They get all clogged up. So one time I did a 6-week contract. I was all over the place. I was going to go home for one day and then fly out the next day. Well, with canceled flights and everything, I had to race from one airport to the other. So I flew a lot. I'm stressed out a lot. My ears are clogged up. I'm going through security at the airport and I beep. And what the TSA representative said to me was, do you mind if I wand you? What I heard was, you manda wand you. So I'm sorry, she goes, you manda wand you. I said, no, I'm not a manda wand you. I said, I'm an American. I don't even know where manda wand you is. So she got mad at me. She put me in a penalty box. And then I missed my connecting flight while we were waiting for her supervisor. That's what she called him. A supervisor. So he comes over, very polite. Do you remember the Swedish chef from the Muppets? Remember that? Remember that guy? That's what he said. Very polite guy. He called me Tur. He goes, Tur, security's very important, and B-chip, everybody beat the bund. Lost me at Mondawandju, man. I don't have a clue. He goes, B-chip, everybody but the bun. And then wand me. I got all excited because he found my belt buckle. I'm getting so fat working cruise ships, I don't even know when I'm wearing a belt half the time. I got a belt on today. I go, do me a favor. Take it out a notch while you're down there. But I've been flying for 30 straight hours. I wouldn't put my head down there without a welder's mask. So I got a chance to go to Germany. Anybody been? Beautiful place, man. I wish I could go back. You guys should go back. What happened was, the ship got in early. I was flying out much later in the day. So I went to the airport bar, had about a dozen German beers. So I'm going through their security, and a very serious guy's looking at my documents, and I glanced down. He had a name tag. His last name was Shepherd. I'm like, hey, you're a German Shepherd. Well, he was an actual German Shepherd. What are the odds of that? He had no sense. You ever come on, your name is Shepherd. You never heard that one before? He goes, you're being hostile. I said, no, I'm not. I'm being very friendly. I am not a threat. Just smell the back of my hand. I am not a threat. They got really mad. I kept rubbing his head going, who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Wiener Schnitzel. That's what they serve in jail on a Thursday in Germany. So I have 2 goals this year. One was keeping a job. The other one was staying out of jail. So far, so good. It's still plenty of time to come. But I have to get healthy. I made the mistake of... you guys ever say something to your wives, and as soon as you say it, you wish you could have taken that back? How many times? 10, 12 times a day? One time I made the mistake of telling my wife I want to get back into shape. Boom. Her and my daughters, they're on a mission now. The first thing they did, they cleaned out my refrigerator. Everything's gone out of all the sausages, all the cannoli, everything's gone. They put in gluten-free beer. Now, I don't know what gluten is. Want it in my beer. So I go to buy some beer. This kid wants my ID. I go, excuse me? He goes, I need to see your driver's license. I said, I'm almost old enough to be your grandfather. Are you kidding me? He goes, for public safety. And I look at this kid. He had piercings everywhere. He had lures and BBs and hooks in his eyebrow, on the side of his nose and his tongue. And he looked like he had a magnetic head. And someone stuffed it into a tackle box. Pulled it back out again. I said, I'll tell you what, you show me your fishing license, I'll show you my driver's license. How about that? But I don't know why she's worried about my health. So, great, get back into health. Because ever since I turned 50, it's mandated that I have to get an annual physical. I don't know if you guys have to go through that. I lose my insurance if I don't. So it gives my wife and I an opportunity to play a game we call, What Did the Doctor Say? You guys play that game, yeah? First time I go to the doctor, he's like, Mr. Briscoe, you have to lose weight. I go, yeah. He goes, it's very simple. When the sun goes down, put the fork down. So what did the doctor say? I go, the doctor said, eat cheeseburgers at night. Then I go back the second year. He said, you didn't lose any weight. You look like a washed up sumo wrestler. She goes, what did the doctor say? I go, the doctor said I have the body of an athlete. So in the following year, she goes with me. I said, are you going to come with? She goes, yeah, well, I said, yeah, okay. Well, I thought maybe I'd get the physical done. We'll go out and have a nice day or something. But we're waiting in the waiting room, and they called my name. She goes, well, they called our name. It's like, no, they called my name. No, they called our name. And she grabs me by the hand and marches me into the doctor's office. And then we're in there, and she became the prosecuting attorney, the doctor is the judge, and I'm the idiot throwing myself at the mercy of the court. Then they go into sidebar conversations like, no, he doesn't listen to me. No, you tell him. He goes, Mr. Briscoe, no more red meat, no more beer. Did you hear that? Yes. What did the doctor say? The doctor said, more vodka, more pork chops. Any of you guys got special occasions coming up? Any of you guys got a big party coming up? Maybe an anniversary, wedding? Yeah, very nice. Hope you have a good time, but I hope you're not getting your chops busted right now about pants. You know, we have that wedding coming up. You're going to need a new pair of pants, you know. The graduation's come. We take lots of pictures. You need new pants. You got to get new pants. You got to get you new pants for the confirmation, for the graduation. We got to need new pants. They obsess on what kind of pants you're going to wear. And I looked at that, and I'm thinking, I don't have a clue as to which one of my pants were designated as the good ones. Led me to my second conclusion that we're not going to have to go shopping for I'm going to buy my own pants. I'm a 32-inch waist. Go to any store. I could take what? What with the look? What? 32, 42. Depends on how they're cut. Eyes up here, lady. Eyes up here. Men's pants are not cut accurately. That guy knows it. That guy. Every man in the room knows that men's pants are not. And we all experience buying pants the same way. Like me, I'll take the 32s and the 42s off the rack just to see which ones fit better. And I'll be in the dressing room. And where's my wife? You know where she is, fellas. They camp outside that dressing room door. Like stalkers, psychopaths. They don't even blink. They just stand outside that door. And I'm in the dressing room here. Honey, the 42's too tight? The whole store has to hear that her husband said, but like most men, I went to a certain size pair of pants, that's it. That's my size for the rest of my life. I put on 150 more pounds, still wearing 42's. Nothing but guts and stuff hanging all over the big, you know that? Big old gut, tiny belt, looks like a half a keg of beer balanced on a little tiny pie plate. You know that? That's a guy who made up his mind what size, not what his eyes is mine. My size is 42, because 42 is the end of the rack. So you guys know what happens next. I'm in the dressing room. I know she's out there. I know the only way out of the store is through her. I didn't bring a shovel. I can't tunnel out. So now I got to do that walk. You guys know that walk of shame, right? No matter how successful you are in life, you're walking out of that dressing room, you're reevaluating, like, what happened to me, man? I was an all-state football player. I was a Golden Glove boxer. Women were throwing themselves at me. Now I'm doing a penguin walk out of a Kohl's dressing room. You walk out to the inspector. Oh, I don't know. Turn around. Every guy does the turn around. Lift your guts, do the turn. Then the big question, well, how does it feel in the crotch? The only time my wife is curious about the feelings in my crotch. Is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in a department store. And this is a very special occasion. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of your show. Thanks for having me. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Tom. Thanks for watching the special. If you paid attention, you'll notice I've had a lot of jobs before I became a comedian, and one of those jobs was bartender, where I had to get a lot of tips. So some things don't change. You'll see on the bottom of the screen here if you want to give me a tip to help keep my career going. And oh, by the way, I got to pay for another daughter's wedding, and I got to pay for more college education for my other daughter. Every little bit helps. Hope you enjoyed the show. More importantly, thank you very much.